Dama! Yeah, let's just say my face isn't exactly, cooperating today, so, we have this. And you might have noticed my glasses started fogging up. Well, yep, that's what happens when you wear these masks. Your glasses get fogged up, so this should be an interesting review. Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 3 of Sagrada Reset. So does it pass the 3-episode test? Okay, there's a lot of problems with Sagrada Reset, like a lot of obvious problems, and I'm not gonna get mad at you if you're going to drop Sagrada Reset, because it certainly isn't for everyone, and it's definitely not a must-watch of the season. However, I'm gonna stick with it for one major thing that I didn't mention in last week's review, because I just noticed it. So, you know how with the first 2 episodes, they were like divided up into parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. However, we never got to part 3 and instead skipped over to a new arc. That arc being this whole thing with the MacGuffin and the cats and stuff like that, which I'll get to in a bit. Yeah, this leads me to believe that later on down the line, we're gonna get back to the whole reason why Soma committed suicide and why the timeline changed at that point for whatever reason we know not. Which I think is a really cool move and shows me that these writers have some skill. Some skill to make you believe that, oh, just because we have this 2-year time skip, this means that we're never gonna see Soma again, that's it. But Soma's also seen in the opening quite a bit. So again, this leads me to believe that we are going to go back to the missing part 3 of that whole first arc there. Maybe it'll take, you know, halfway into the series. Maybe it'll be, you know, the arc right after this. I'm not too sure, but I'm excited to see how the anime is going to execute that. So that's the main reason why I'm sticking with it, because I want to see how it's done and how, you know, we're gonna get back to the past. Murase is requesting for Kei and Haruki to save her cat. However, it becomes quite apparent that that cat is not hers and is instead a stray cat, and she wants to use their reset abilities for something else. Now, something was brought up consistently throughout the episode: MacGuffin. As a film student, and I've been studying film since I was in 7th grade, so I've been doing this for a very long time, I already know what MacGuffin means. So when they were trying to figure out the word MacGuffin, I was literally just yelling at my laptop. I'm all like, why don't you Google it? No, honestly, what person doesn't Google shit today? I don't understand. Like, if you have a question, just Google it. If no one else around you knows what's going on, they would Google it too! Honestly, how come no one thought to Google what the word means? I don't understand! Now maybe Kay didn't want the textbook definition, that's fine. You got Urban Dictionary, you have other people's own versions, or an easier way to explain the word. I don't understand! Why didn't he Google it? What kind of a teenager is he? Anyway, for those of you who don't know what a MacGuffin means, it's when there's something that's very prevalent and seems important in the beginning of a film, or maybe in theater, stuff like that, but, you know, I'm gonna be talking about film here because I'm a film student, but it's when, you know, something is made prevalent and, like, seems very important, but then at the end you forget about it and it turns out it was totally useless. In this case, now that you know what the word means, it's obvious that that would be the cat. The cat being the MacGuffin, making us think that the cat is the whole reason why Murase requested for them to save the cat, when really she has an ulterior motive. But what is that motive? We know this case isn't over yet. And we got to see a hint of her ability where she got to enhance her upper body to where she could defy gravity. And then later on we also see someone else that has a similar ability to where she was also defying gravity and was just like, you know, floating in the air and stuff like that. So that's a nice, you know, greeting when you wake up first thing in the morning. The main thing I really didn't like about this episode, besides the whole Google it part, was with Haruki. Oh man, you know, Haruki could be such a lovable tsundere, especially since now she's starting to feel emotions, but she comes off as really irritating because she constantly gets friend-zoned. Oh my lord, she is trying so hard. No one likes that shit. That's not cute. Okay, I used to do that back over middle school and like freshman year too. That shit wasn't cute either, okay? No wonder them guys didn't like me. That was annoying as fuck, okay? She did this so many times. Like she found out that Kay thought something was cute or whatever, or that he was into something, and then she tried to, you know, make it her own and decide to do exactly what Kay likes, and he was like totally disgusted, and he was just like, yeah, you should stop doing that. Like, oh my gosh, that was so annoying. But yeah, that was this episode, so let me know your thoughts. Are you going to continue it? Are you going to hold it off? Are you done with it? And also your thoughts on Haruki as well. And catch me later as I review Buso Shoujo and Sakura Quest. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.